Hi dear children, welcome you all to English class. I'm your Akshya ma'am. Hope you all are doing good and staying safe. This is 8th standard first language English class. Now I have chosen the third poem of your English textbook, that is After Apple Picking. After Apple Picking is written by Robert Lee Frost. I repeat, the poet Robert Lee Frost has written the poem After Apple Picking. Now children, you are able to see the picture of Robert Lee Frost. He was a famous American poet. He was born in the year 1874 and he left us in the year 1963. He dealt with theme from rural life in New England, that is in USA, using the setting to examine complex social and philosophical issues. So he was, to make you understand this, he was always writing about the rural life of the people who stay in his place. And he was always examining the complex social and philosophical issues, whatever that happens in the society and the way they think their life to be. About that, he used to always pen down in his book. His important poetical works are A Boy's Will, written in 1913, North of Boston, written in 1914, Mountain Interval, written in 1916, New Hampshire, written in 1923, Collected Poems in 1930, A Further Range 1936, and A Witness Tree in 1942. So here this poem, children, the apple picking, that is After Apple Picking, is from the collection of North of Boston. In North of Boston book, he has written After Apple Picking poem. From there it has been picked up and given to you all. As a popular poet, Frost was honored with the prestigious Pulitzer Prize 4 times. It is not just given once. This Pulitzer Prize is the most prestigious awards in America, which was given to him for 4 times. Children, here you can see the poem After Apple Picking. Few stanzas are mentioned here, and to the right there are hard words and their meanings given. When I am explaining, I want you to go through this and listen to the explanation without moving here and there. Coming with the first stanza, my long two-pointed ladder sticking through a tree towards heaven still. So here you know how the ladder will be. It will have two legs, you can call them as. So it has two pointed legs. Now here he says the two pointed legs are stick to the ground and the other two points are stick to the tree, that is apple tree. He is saying towards heaven still, that is to him the branches of the apple tree is seeing the sky, that is he is considering it is seeing towards the heaven. So he is saying his two pointed ladder is stick still towards the heaven. And there is a barrel that I didn't fill. Barrel is nothing but a large round container made of wooden or metal. That kind of a container he has not still filled with apples. Beside it, and there may be 2 or 3 apples I didn't pick upon some bough. He is saying, I didn't first of all fill the barrel here. Upon that there may be 2 or 3 apples which I have not picked from the bough. Bough means branches of the tree. But I am done with apple picking now. I'm done. There are two meanings. I'm finished with apple picking or I'm tired with apple picking. Here we will consider it to be I am tired because there are some more apples which he has not picked from the branches. Coming to the next stanza, essence of winter sleep is on the night the scent of apples. So essence means fundamental quality. Here the fundamental quality of the scent that is coming from the apples is making him go to sleep in that particular winter night. In that particular winter night, the scent of the apple, the quality essence of the apple scent is making him go to sleep in that night. I am drowsing off. I am feeling very much sleepy. He is about to go to sleep. But he says one thing. He goes back to the past. That means flashback. He just goes to flashback. What happened in the morning. Now it is night. All these things he is telling in the night. Now he goes to the flashback, that is to the morning. What he says, I cannot rub the strangeness from my sight. I got from looking through a pane of glass. I skimmed this morning from the drinking trot and held against the world of hoary grass. What he is saying is, he is not able to rub the strangeness from his sight. Today morning something happened which I am not able to rub it off from my sight. What is that happened? He actually skimmed is nothing but removed the substance floating on the surface of the liquid. He took a drinking trough is nothing but a long narrow open container used for holding food for animals. That kind of a long big container, narrow container, he is holding to drink water to himself in the morning. At that time he will skim means removing. He removed the layer of that particular water. What was there on that particular layer? Pane of glass. Pane of glass, you can take it to be a pane of ice piece here. So he removed that pane of ice piece from that particular water and he started to hold it against the world of hoary grass. There was a grass. Hoary grass is nothing but white or grey due to snowfall. That grass has turned out to be white or grey color due to the snowfall. So he is holding that particular piece of ice towards that grass. What happened after? It melted and let it fall and break. But I was well. He holded it, and the moment he holds it, it will melt off and it will fall and break away. But he was all fine. Nothing happened to him. Upon my way to sleep before it fell. So what happened is, before he was about to go to sleep, this instances he couldn't rub away from his sight. Let's go to the next stanzas in the next slide. Coming to next stanzas. And I could tell what from my dreaming was about to take. Now he is about to go to sleep. Now he says what form my dreaming was about to take, in which form my dreams could be, I can now tell. Magnified apples appear and disappear. Magnified means bigger, to make bigger than they appear. So apples, as usual, what they appear is made to look more bigger now in my dreams. The apples are appearing and disappearing, getting bigger and bigger and appearing and disappearing. Stem end and blossom end. The ends of the stem and ends of the blossom, that is flower, are coming and going, that means appearing and disappearing in my dreams. And every fleck means a very small area of color of russet. Russet means reddish brown. Here in the apple, reddish brown color of the apple you can call, showing clear. So in his dream, he can clearly say what kind of dream comes to him. That is, the apple, usual size whatever is there, will become more bigger than what it is to be, and it will appear and it will also disappear for a moment, and the stem end and the flower end will also be seen appearing and disappearing here and there, and every small area of the color that is on the apple, the reddish brownish color that is on the apple, will be seen very clear to his eyes. My instep arc means, see, you have your foot, take your foot, the above part of your foot is called as instep, and the below part, the arc, what you can find when you are stepping on the ladder, the part where your foot was pressing the ladder when you are stepping, that makes an arc. That particular arc not only keeps the ache, that means he is not only feeling that pain of his leg being kept on the arc, it keeps the pressure of the ladder round. The pressure of that particular ladder is also being easily felt. I feel the ladder sway as the bows bend. He is also saying in the sleep he can clearly imagine or also feel that the ladder is swinging. That is, swinging movement as the bows bend. As the branches bend, the ladder will also start moving. That feel also he can get when he is at sleep. And I keep hearing from the cellar bin. Cellar bin is nothing but small room below the ground level which is used for storing something. From that storeroom which is kept under the underground level, from there also he is able to hear that rumbling sound. Rumbling sound is nothing but moving forward, making continuous deep sounds. See children, when something is fallen upon another thing, there is some rumbling sound. Especially when a stool is kept on another stool, there is some movement forward and backward, and there is some kind of a sound that creates, that is called as rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. Once the load of apple is put on another load, that sound comes, no, that sound he is still able to hear even in his sleep. For I have had too much of apple picking, I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desired. So now he is completely tired of what apple picking he has done. He is overtired of great harvest. He has plucked so many apple and he has stored. So he wanted it to happen because he wanted to store. He wanted to do a great harvest that he was desiring. He was wishing, and he is done with it. He is telling in this particular stanzas. We'll go with the next stanzas. So next stanzas, children. There were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish and lift down and not let fall for all that struck the earth. So even in dreams, he has so many thousands to thousands of fruit, apple fruits to be touched and cherish in hand. Cherish means to hold it very dearly in his hand. Lift down and not let it fall down. He don't want it to be fallen down and struck on the earth unnecessarily. No matter if not bruised. Bruised is nothing but damaged or injured by a scratch. He don't want it to be damaged by even a scratch, or spiked with stubble. Spiked means something harsh or pinpointed thing also with stubble. Stubble means lower part of the corn plants that are left over on the ground after the farmer cut the crop. After the farmer cuts the crop, there is that root kind of a thing of the corn crop which is left as it is. On that, if the apple falls, it is just like a pinpointed one or a hard sharp one. I don't want my apples also be put on them or damaged because of that. Went surely to the cider apple heap as of no worth. If that is happening, if it is damaged, then it will surely go to the heap, to the bundle where it is being sent to the juice shop. I mean, not to the shop, to a place where the juice is made of apple. Cider means juice made from apple. It will surely go to the bundle where the apples are sent for making juice. For sure, as of no worth. As if it is of no worth. It will not be taken to a shop where it will be sold for good price for the people to eat directly. It will go to the place where it has to made as juice because it is damaged. When it is damaged, obviously they will not buy it. They can only sell it to a place where juices are made. So to that particular bundle it will go and join, is what he is dreaming. Even in his dreams, only these things are seen. Now he says, one can see what will trouble this sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is. So he says, anybody who is just observing what kind of a sleep I'm doing, they can surely say what trouble I'm going through. Whatever sleep it is, he is saying. Were he not gone? That means he is saying whether I am alive, am I really dead in my dreams? This kind of a thought comes to his mind. Is my body dead? That kind of a sleep am I going to? Am I in? Is the question that comes to his mind. The wood chunk could say whether it's like his long sleep. He is saying the wood chunk is nothing but a small animal with short legs which lives in the holes, and that wood chunk will sleep very long, especially in winters. The whole day it will sleep. So is my sleep something like a wood chunk? Or as I describe, it's coming on, or just some human sleep, he says, or just a human sleep, or just like I describe, it's coming on. All these things comes to his mind. Whether I am really alive as a human who is sleeping, or whether I am like a wood chunk which is sleeping the whole day without the consciousness of what is happening around me, or am I dead? All these three questions come in his mind. This ends the explanation of the poem. Coming to the end, children, this poem is all about very sadness the poet is feeling in his life. He is very much sad about the civilization, the modern civilization, which he is not able to enjoy. He is completely filled with work, work and work, that even in dreams he is only thinking about the work. He don't have time to even spend to admire the nature. So this poem is all about sadness, his hard work. So let's end it here, children. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home, keep learning. Thank you.